Institute. Apex and Nadex, totally different, two separate companies altogether. You know, Nadex is the exchange. Apex, we're an online company of community of help traders helping traders. I'll tell you a little more about us here in a little bit, but we do these educational and informational webinars for Nadex every Monday night at 7 p.m. Eastern time. So thank you for joining us here. And again, every Monday night at 7 o'clock we do these. Give me just 1 second here. I'm trying to get everything up and running here. Let's see here. Zachary, good. Very glad you took advantage of that. I'll talk a little bit about that here as well. And yes, Joseph, this is where you ask questions here. So tonight's webinar going to be a short webinar tonight. A little bit different. We're not necessarily digging into any strategies or systems tonight. We're not digging in particularly to binaries or spreads. Kind of taking a step back from some of that. And what we're going to talk about tonight is some quick start steps and some long-term goals. We're going to talk about kind of some do's and don'ts, top mistakes for new traders, top reasons why new traders fail. You know, and every once in a while we'll do this. We'll say, hey, you know, it doesn't matter if you have the most perfect system in the world, you have the greatest strategy or system in the world that supposedly has this, you know, great win rate and wins all the time. If you're not following that system, you know, and if you're not following it, and we have to take a step back and realize every once in a while as we do education and we educate ourselves and grow in our world of trading, that we'll realize a lot of times that trading, our biggest enemy in trading is not the market, not the bulls and the bears, is the market going up or down, not our technology, not our strategies, not our systems, not the trading computers we're using, not any of that. Our biggest enemy is us, and us staying disciplined, us doing the right things. And so every once in a while, we got to take a little bit of a step back and talk about that a little bit to make sure that we stay on track and do those right things. So let's jump right in. Let's knock out our disclosures here. As always, trading futures, options, or any financial instrument involves risk, may not be suitable for every investor. Any trading decision you make is your sole responsibility. Information here in this webinar is for informational and educational purposes only, and not an offer or a solicitation of an offer to buy or sell any particular financial instrument offered by Nadex, and past performance not indicative of future results. So just to make sure everybody's on the same page here, again, this is a Nadex educational webinar. If you hop on over to nadex.com, you can go through some of these top tabs here and get some general information about Nadex. Basically, Nadex offers two different types of products. They offer binary options and they offer spreads. And you can go through here and get some free education. I'll show you where you can get a lot more education. But one of the big things we're going to talk about tonight is education and making sure to educate yourself properly and to take advantage of free tools that are out there for you that literally cost you nothing. And the first tool we want to make sure you have is right here under the trading tab. Second option down, demo trading platform. If you don't have a demo account with Nadex already, get one right away, even right now while we're on this webinar. All you have to do is select a username, fill out some quick information, and hit submit. Okay, in just a few moments, you'll get an email from Nadex with a temporary username and password, and you can hop right in, and they'll give you access to a demo account. Okay, and let me just log in here real quick. Nadex will give you a demo account with $25,000 of demo money. That way you can get familiar with the platform, familiar with the different products they offer as far as binary options and spreads, get familiar with entering and exiting orders, and you can try out new strategies, new systems, and you do it all with demo money. Okay, you don't have to, you know, use your live money to test out new things or learn something new or get familiar with it. It's a free tool for you to go through and get familiar with the platform, get familiar with all the different binary options that Nadex offers, and play around with that. Okay. Fernando says, what's the difference between demo and live aside from the demo money? That's it. Otherwise, they work the same. Okay. The indicatives are the same. The markets are the same. It's pretty much a mirror image of a live account so that you can get familiar with it, play with it and practice with it. You're learning a new strategy. You're spending time learning the entry and exit rules of a new system. You want to play with it and practice it in demo. Work out all your kinks and work out all your mistakes in demo. Find yourself being able to master that system, being consistently profitable in demo, building your demo account, and then at that point, move over to live. Okay, and that's something we'll talk about tonight is, some common mistakes and big mistakes of traders, especially new traders, is, being overly anxious and not having the patience there and wanting to just randomly see something new online or randomly see something new on a webinar and just want to jump in and start throwing live money at it. And that's one of the biggest mistakes you can make, is to not demo trade it first and make sure that you got it down and got it mastered. So definitely take advantage and open a demo account right away. It's a free tool there available for you. It's crazy not to take advantage of it and work out any kinks there in demo. From there, hop on over to our website. Go to apexinvesting.com, and you can go right here to this Join Free Now button. That'll allow you to select a username and password, and that will get you a free basic membership to our website that gives you literally tons and tons of information and education here. And those of you that have been with us before, we've made some changes to the website. I want to show you here. I've put a lot of work into this over the last couple weeks, but a lot of information on our site. Don't be overwhelmed by it. Really, really easy. What you want to do is go right here to Elite Education. Okay. Now, are you trading Nadex spreads or are you trading Nadex binaries? Okay, so whichever one you're trading, let's say, oh, I trade Nadex binaries. Your whole world is right here. Everything you need to know is right here under Nadex binaries. Quick video about getting started. Nadex, open a demo account, open a live account. How to pop the mobile trading app on your cell phone if you want that on there. And then I have a complete course here. It's called Nadex Binaries 101. Some of you have been with us in the past where I've done webinars here on Monday night called Nadex Binaries 101. We'll have an hour and a half, 2 hour long webinar about everything about binary. This is actually much more in depth than that. This is a complete course, okay? Several videos here. This is not just a quick webinar. This is a course. This is a class, okay, where we walk through everything. Why Nadex binaries, binaries 101, walking through what is a binary from scratch, like that you have no clue what a binary is, starting from the beginning. Talking to you about another unit talking about the different markets and different products that Nadex offers binaries on. What are the different expiration times, 5-minute binaries, 20-minute, hourly, daily, weekly. We talk about at the money binaries, out of the money binaries, in the money binaries, all each in a different module, so you understand in depth what each binary is, why it's priced the way it is. We talk about contract settlement, how the settlements are figured at time of expiration, what are limit orders, what are working orders, how to set take profit orders, the dark zone. It's literally a complete course, okay? A complete training course, and you literally have to go step by step, module through module, and there literally are quizzes to answer on each one before it even allows you to view the next video. It's truly a course to make sure that you understand binaries, okay, and what they are. Because you can see something online or something on some YouTube or some get-rich-quick video, and you just think you jump in and press buttons and make money. And that's not trading. That's gambling, okay? So you have to know, if you truly want to get into trading, you truly want to learn trading Nadex spreads, trading Nadex binaries, you need to follow a course. You need to educate yourself and make sure you know what are binaries. I need to know binaries in and out before I spend my time on watching all these cool strategy and system and people making money. What are they? How do they work? I need to know what they are before I can trade them, right? So it's a complete course. Then right here, the next one down, we have binary trading systems. A couple different systems here as far as how to actually trade a binary. Once you know what a binary is, how do you trade it? How do you actually, what's a system? What's a chart look like? What are indicators on that chart? How do I know when to enter an order? How do I know when to enter a trade when the market's going up? When do I exit and take my profit? When do I get out if it's going against me? Step-by-step training courses of exactly what to do. Then we talk about, some other tools here and some other courses and so on, some helpful links to Nadex and to other past webinars we've done. Basically, everything you need to know about binaries is right there. Same with spreads. You want to trade spreads. What are they? Nadex Spreads 101, understanding spreads, different systems, different tools to trade. Everything you need right there. And again, that's absolutely free. All that education is free. You can watch all those videos for free. So again, we're going to talk a lot about that tonight. Hop on to Nadex, get your free demo account, go to apexinvesting.com, get a free username and password, go through some of those courses, educate yourself, really know what you're doing. Yes, you can go into our forum. We have a ton of information in our forum, a bunch of webinars, a bunch of videos, hundreds and hundreds of hours of free education and webinars, which are great. But do you need them all? You know, we have a lot of people that say, oh, I've been through your forum and I'm watching hundreds and hundreds of hours of videos on all kind of different things about binaries. Hey, and that's great, but all you need is right here in one place, okay? Now, if you do go to our forum, though, over here, the second one down, Trading Questions Forum. If you go into our forum, there's a lot of information in here, a lot of traders, you know, conversing back and forth about different things, kind of broken down in different sections, section 1, section 2, and so on. But if you scroll to the bottom here, towards the bottom, you will see Watch Webinars here, and right here under Newest Webinars. Okay, tonight's webinar that we're doing right now is being recorded. And this is where I will have that recording posted here later tonight. You can just click Newest Webinars and you'll see it there. If you've missed some of our past few weeks here, you can go back and catch up on them here. Monday Nadex webinars from last week, talked about trading binaries part-time and at night. The week before that, talked about binary strangles and butterflies. Before that, did some ultimate hedge with spreads. A lot of good webinars there that you can take advantage of, but that's where tonight's webinar will be. Tons of free education information there for you. So check that out and get yourself educated. While you're at it, hop on over to facebook.com/apexinvesting. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Facebook. It's a great way to keep up and get notified of anything new coming up, new webinars, new trading systems, you know, recordings that are coming up, news events that are coming out that you need to be aware of that could affect your trading. But hop on there and like us and follow us on Facebook. Once you've done that, once you like us on Facebook, you want to make sure that you get notified of these upcoming events or announcements. So once you've liked us, just click right here where it says liked, and a little drop-down box will pop up. And right here under post, just say all posts. That way you make sure to get notified of all the posts there, so you know of anything new and coming up that you will need there. Okay, so like I said, tonight what we're going to be covering is why most quick start steps, long-term goals, why most traders fail, choosing the right system and platform and strategies, the importance of education, are you gambling or trading, and investing time and not throwing away money. Okay. Let's see here. Yeah, Joseph says, yeah, a lot of info on your site. Wish I knew that earlier. Well, that's just something I actually finished doing and setting up and structuring last week. So much easier to find some information there. You don't have to search all over the web, all over different videos, all over our site. Everything's all set up there in a quick, easy, step-by-step education for you to get you fully educated on what you need to know for trading Nadex binaries or spreads. Okay, so let's hop in here and get rolling. So let's talk about, first of all, let's talk about some negative things here. Why do most traders fail? Why do most new traders fail? People that, you know, have full-time jobs, they see something about trading, they see videos online, they try to, you know, put some money together and jump into trading part-time, and it just doesn't work out for them. Their ultimate goal is to, hey, I'd love to be able to quit my full-time job and not work for someone else and just work from home for myself trading. Why do most traders fail? Well, it's kind of what I was saying earlier. It's impatience. Jumping in without training. All this online hype, especially some of the online hype about binary options where it's just yes or no. It's just easy. Click yes or click no and you make all this money. Yeah, binary options are very simple in that sense where it's either true or false, yes or no. They're very simplistic And that's one of the great things about Nadex products is binary options have limited and capped risk. You know exactly what your risk is before you get into a trade. And yes, those are all great things, but it's not just as easy as you see on some of these, you know, random videos of these overseas brokers trading binaries, just, oh, yes or no, and every 60 seconds and every few minutes you make all this money. You have to know what you're doing. You can't just press buttons yes or no. You have to have a strategy or system behind it. You have to know what direction the market's going. Why are you going to buy a binary? Why are you going to sell a binary? You have to have reasons behind it. And so a lot of people just jump in with no patience at all, just wanting to go straight into trading with live money, and they have no patience to go through education. Okay, and I don't know how I can stress this anymore. If you're really interested in trading and you're really interested in, you know, taking your savings or your hard-earned money and actually wanting to put live money in and start trading, well, it's a business. I mean, it's something that trading is not a hobby. It's an actual business, and you have to treat it like a business. And if you really want to get into trading, if you really want to get that business going, if you really at some point want to be able to quit a full-time job and trade full-time for financial reasons, for extra, you know, flexibility reasons, for time with your family, I mean, is it that big a deal? Is it really asking that much of you to invest in yourself? Is it really asking that much to go through a course, to go through what's listed right here? Is that so much? I mean, I talk to people sometimes that are like, even just the last couple of days, that are like, yeah, that binary 101 course, that's great and all. I don't want to sit and watch all these videos. I just want to get going. Can you answer a quick question? Do binaries work like this or this? That way I can just get going and start trading. Really? You won't go through and educate yourself on what a binary even is and how it actually works and why there's different binaries out there and which one should you choose, which one's best for your strategy or system. Or they don't even have a strategy or system. They won't even take the time to not only watch what is a binary, but to actually watch a course on a trading system. Okay? I've had plenty of people even over the last couple of days that are watching this particular course right here and will send me messages going, hey, I'm trying to watch this video right here and I can't get to it. Well, because these are actual courses. You can't watch one of these videos until you watch the previous video. You got to watch one at a time and answer a quiz and pass the quiz before you can even get to the next section. But what are they doing? Oh, entry and exit rules. I just want to watch that video so I know how to enter a trade and I can get going. Already, even with these courses laid out, people want to skip over it. They don't want to watch what is the goal of every trader. What should you do? They don't want to watch an introduction to indicator. I just want to see how to enter a trade and go. And honestly, it's rather ridiculous. I mean, if that is your goal, if that is the path that you're on, if you want to skip everything and not learn and educate yourself, you just want to throw some live money at something and start pressing buttons, honestly, what you should do is close your account right now, pull all your money out, close your account, and you shouldn't be in trading. If you want to just have something fun and to get your heart rate going and to throw money at, go to Vegas. Go to a table in Vegas. Go pull some slots in Vegas, have a little fun, get free drinks while you're doing it, because that's all you're doing is you're gambling. You're not trading. You're not taking it seriously. You're not investing time into educating yourself how to do it properly. And a lot of traders fail also because they have poor risk management. Okay, and we talk a lot about risk management. In fact, if you go over here again I just want to show you something on the Apex website here. If you do go to the forum, the Trading Questions forum here, one of the first couple sections here is general trade or psychology and resource and risk management. We talk a lot about risk management. Okay, you know, not risking your whole account every day, not risking too much every day. Have a goal of, hey, if I'm up this much, by the end of the day, or at whatever point of the day. When I'm up this percentage, I'm out. I'm done trading for the day. When I'm down a certain percentage, I'm done trading for the day. And we talk about the 5% rule of, when you're up 5% or down 5%. You don't want to start off and you have $1,000 in your account, and your first day you went and blew $500 of that and blew half of your account. What do you think your psychological and mental state is going to be on that second day of trading? Man, I may only have one more day of trading left here, right? You can't do that. You can't go blowing your money. You can't risk too much. And you can't treat it like you're at a table in Vegas. You can't just like, oh, well, I lost those last couple. I really feel it. My gut tells me this next one's going to be good, so I'm gonna risk it all on this one. I'm gonna double up on this. Oh, you have to have an actual strategy, an actual system you're following, and have good risk management. Like we talked about, trading live too soon instead of demo trading. Okay, people just they have it in their head, there's all this money to be made in trading, and I don't want to take time to demo trade it. If I'm trading in demo, that means I'm not actually trading with live money, which means I'm not actually making real money, so I'm wasting my time. Okay, that is not the case. Demo trading is learning. It's demo trading. It's practicing. It's practicing and getting it right, seeing that demo balance grow profitable day after day, week after week, before moving up to live. Another big reason traders fail: inconsistency, not following the rules. Okay, hey, fine, I did what you said, John. I went and watched some videos. I learned a strategy and system. I have a pretty decent idea of what the rules are of when to enter a trade. But sometimes I deviate from that. I'll see the market and the charts and the indicators starting to set up. And, I know the rules say that these 5 things have to happen on the chart before I enter a rule, but sometimes I just enter it when I see only 3 of them lining up, because I think the market's moved a lot. I think it's going to turn around. So I get in early, or everything lines up, but I wanted to wait a little longer just to really make sure the market's going that way, before I entered. And so all 5 things lined up saying the market's going up. The market started to go up, but I waited a little longer to make sure it was really going up, and then I entered. So I entered a few bars later than I'm supposed to, and then the market kind of turned around on me, and, well, maybe you got in too late. Maybe you got in too early. Okay? People talk all the time. I can't tell you how often I hear this of, I have a great system. My system wins 85% of the time. I have an 85% win rate system. I've back tested it. I've looked back over it for days, for weeks. I even back tested this thing months and months to last summer. This thing has an 85% win rate. Well, you're looking at that by, okay, if I followed the rules and I took every trade that followed the rules, and I actually took every single trade, then it wins 85%. But if you're only randomly taking trades here and there and not taking all the trades when you're sitting down, if you sit down and you have 3 or 4 hours to trade, are you taking every single trade? Or are you skipping some and randomly taking this one, and you're jumping between charts because you're watching too many instruments? And it's like, well, I kind of bent the rules on this one, and I entered this one early, and it didn't end up being a proper setup. I entered that one late, so I didn't follow the rule. Your 85% win rate system just became a who knows what, 20, 30%, who knows what. Okay, so people talk about that all the time, about how they have this great system and these great percentages, but when you don't follow it and you're not taking all the trades, it doesn't matter what the back testing percentage looks like. You're not consistently following that system. Whether you're bending the rules or you're watching too many instruments, you're messing up your numbers there. Okay, so just a few things there why traders fail: impatience, lack of education, bad risk management, jump into live trading too soon, being inconsistent. And another big one is no social interaction. Okay, some people will see something online, they'll sit at home all by themselves on the computer thinking they can figure it out, and they're having, they're like, oh, I want to work for myself. Well, you can work for yourself, but you don't have to work by yourself. All right, you can be in forums, communicating with other traders. You can be in these live trade rooms and be talking with other traders and bouncing ideas off of them, sharing your charts with them. Hey, what did I do right? What did I do wrong? Was this a proper setup on this system or that system? Help me out here. You know, what am I doing wrong here? What do I need? A lot of times there's people out there that almost have it. Like they're struggling, they're failing, they're not quite being profitable in their trading, but they have a pretty decent understanding of a strategy or system. They have their hearts in the right place. They're just missing one little piece that can bring it all together. But they didn't ask for help. And sometimes people are too afraid to ask for help. Sometimes people are too proud to ask for help. Sometimes people don't want to look stupid in a forum, or they don't want to look dumb in a trade room by asking a question. Well, you don't get into trading to join a trade room to look cool. You get into trading and you join a trade room to ask questions and to learn and to make money, not lose money. So make sure to socialize, make sure to be a part of community and not be afraid to ask questions, okay? Phyllis, you're asking where to find that. Again, if you're right here on the site under education, you can just go to this first option here, for example, and iZone Sharpshooter course, okay? And John, here's an example right here, okay, of that room. So keep those in mind and make sure that you are not making those mistakes. Also, jumping between systems. I see this all the time, and I see it on these webinars even. Like I said, we do these webinars every Monday night. We do some other webinars during the week, and we have some people that are on these webinars quite a bit, you know, and one week maybe I'll, you know, again, these are educational webinars. One week maybe I'll talk about this strategy, and the next week I'll talk about this strategy, and next week I'll talk about a different system. And I'm in no way telling you to learn all of those. I'm showing you some different ones that might be best for you and your schedule of trading, your account size, your personality. And, you know, I'll see some traders that are even on some of these webinars with us. They're like, yeah, I'm kind of struggling. I don't quite have this system down yet. And then the next Monday night, I'll talk about some other strategy, and they're like, oh, that is awesome. I'm going to try that tomorrow. And then the next week, they're like, oh, that's a cool one. I want to test that one all week this week. And then the next week, like, oh, y'all working on a new system. Hey, can I help y'all beta test that new system? And then, hey, can I? And they're kind of trying to be a jack of all trades. They're jumping all over the place from system to system to system. Or they'll see some screenshot about another system, and oh, look, that system over there had a real great trade yesterday and a real clean trend. I bet that system always has those perfect trades and never has a loser. That's the holy grail. So I'm going to wait and get that one, you know, and jumping around from system to system. Instead of starting with one system, learning it, learning the ABCs, the 1, 2, 3s, mastering that system or strategy, practicing in demo, working out all the kinks, mastering it, and then moving to live trading and master it in live trading. Then from there, if you want to add on a system, so you have more plays in your playbook, you can do that. But I see that a lot of people jumping between systems and always jump into the newest thing, thinking that it's going to be the holy grail. And that's just not the case. There's no system out there that's the holy grail. There's no system out there that wins 100% of the time. Okay? You will have losses in trading. All right? What you have to do is be able to manage your risk, have a system that has a higher win rate, percentage and probability. That way the numbers work for your favor, and follow that system and learn over time not just the ABCs and 1, 2, 3 rules of a system, but how to read the markets. Is today a trending day? Is today the choppy day? Is it a range bound day? What is it? Okay, and you have to be able to learn, because not all systems work in all market conditions. And you have to be able to learn that, okay? Not using good charts. You know, there are some people that try to find these free charts online that have delayed data that's not up-to-date data. They're not using live data. So you're working off of 10 to 15 minute old data where the market may be doing something totally different right now. And especially when you're working with binary options that come down to one tick or 1/10 of a tick being the difference between winning or losing, you need to know what exactly is going on. You need to be using good data and live market data. And once again, right here under these tabs, whether you're using spreads or binaries, there's a course right here, Getting Started and Set Up with Apex and Ninja. I walk you through in this course here how to get NinjaTrader platform set up for free. We use NinjaTrader. How to get live Forex data for free. How to get live futures data for free. You can get it all free, okay? But people are too lazy to take the time to set it up to make sure they're even using the right tools to be able to trade. Okay, so take advantage of that. I show you how to do it for free. You can get free live charts, live data, you know, up to the minute data. So a lot of these charts that you'll find online, and they're delayed data. What does that mean? It refreshes every 10 or 15 minutes. And so even when it refreshes, you're looking at something that's old. All right, and you totally do not need to be doing that, especially when it comes to any trading, but definitely not with binary options. Okay, so check that out. And like I said earlier, going with gut feelings. Oh, I really feel it. Man, the market's moved up. You know, the Dow moved up 150 points today. So it's got to go down now, right? I mean, it went up 100 points by lunchtime. So now it's got to go down 100 points after lunch, right? What goes up must come down. No, not always. Or it might come down, but maybe not right now, maybe not today, maybe not this week. All right. And when you have gut feeling saying, oh, the market moved up a whole deviation today, or even 2 deviation levels, it went up a lot, so it's got to come down. So I'm going to sell a binary. Nope, didn't work out. Or it went way down, so it's got to come up. I'm going to buy a binary. That's just gut. Yeah, the market went way up. Are you looking at a chart though? What is the chart telling you? What is this? What are the indicators on that chart telling you? What is the strategy or system rules that you are following? Is it telling you, yeah, look, market went way up, and look, now everything is setting up for a reversal? The rules of the system are saying that the market should go down now. Okay, well, I'm looking at my chart and indicators and strategy and system. Everything's telling me the rules are lining up that it's about to turn around and go down. So I'll enter a trade to go short. Are you following a system, or are you just saying, oh, it went way up, now it must go down, let me just throw some money out there? Again, that's not trading. If you're doing that, you're not trading, you're gambling. Okay? And you've got to follow what the chart is telling you to do. Thinking you know it all, not improving. See this all the time. Oh, I've been trading for years and years. I have this little thing that I'm doing. Hey, if you've got something you're doing that works and is profitable, great. Okay? But don't think that you know it all. Don't think you've come across the Holy Grail and something that works, and all of a sudden it doesn't work, and you don't want to ask for help. You don't want to improve. You don't want to learn to read the markets. Again, you're trying to do everything you can to find that one system that never loses. And then you become one of those people that you're not a trader, you're a back tester. You come across something that worked really good one day, and you spend the next 2 months back testing it, trying to make it work every day. And you go and you find a day, okay, it didn't work well today. Well, what could I do to avoid that loss today? Maybe I'll add in this indicator, and then I throw in this indicator. And when this does this, I'll take these trades. Okay, cool. I added on 15 different indicators, and it kept me out of that one loss. Oh, but then when I add those 15 indicators on all the time, none of the wins work out either. So that doesn't really work. Okay, well, maybe if I try this, maybe when this lines up with this, and you become this new trading expert that knows better than anyone else, and you want to reinvent the wheel, and you want to reinvent strategies and systems that are already proven and work. But you mentally can't overcome the fact that, hey, it wins 80% of the time, which means it loses 20% of the time. You cannot handle a loss. Seeing a trade that did not go in your favor messes you up mentally, and you don't want to trade it. You only want to trade something that wins 100% of the time, and you're going to spend your whole life trying to find that. Again, if that's you and you can't overcome that, you really don't need to be trading. You have to understand mentally that that is trading. You are going to have wins and you are going to have losses. You just have to have more wins than you have losses, and you have to keep your risk in check. You can't be risking too much. You have to have a good risk-reward ratios, okay? And you have to be able to learn to read the market, because there might be a strategy or system you have that works really good, but when you go back and back test it, it's like, hey, this strategy or system does work really good. It wins like almost all the time, but it only works good and it only wins almost all the time on trending days, days where the market's really trending. This is a great trend system, but it doesn't work during choppy days where the market's just kind of chopping up and down. Okay, that's not a bad thing, is it? That's a good thing to know. So what does that mean? Well, I have a great system, but I need to learn to only trade that great trending system on trending days. So what does that mean? Well, it means I need to learn how to read the market. I need to be able to read the markets during the day, maybe watch more than one market to see, is this looking like it's setting up to be a trending day? Is there high volume today? Is there low volume today? Is the market bouncing and chopping between these certain levels and not breaking out of those levels? Well, if the market's kind of breaking, chopping in between these levels, I'm not really seeing that that's a trending day. So, I mean, if I see that the market's bouncing up and down between these two levels, do I want to treat it like a trending day and enter every single up move and enter every single down move, hoping it's going to trend and then getting stopped out? Or I want to wait to see the market actually break out of that level and start a trend to use that system. It's ridiculous for me to think that my trending system will work on a choppy day, right? I mean, if you're a golfer, you understand that, right? Pro golfers don't have just one golf club, do they? They've got different clubs for different things, for different conditions. We talked about Super Bowl yesterday. We're watching Super Bowl. They don't run the actual play, the same play every single time, do they? You don't do a Hail Mary every time you get the ball, do you? You don't, do, what is John saying? Okay, yeah, actually 14 different golf clubs in a complete set. Well, how many different plays you think there are out there for a football game? How many different plays you think they did yesterday? Okay, and why do they change up the play? Why don't they just do the same play every time? Well, because it's a different condition on the field. It's a different condition on, with the team. It's a different team they're playing, different offense, different defense, different, what is the score? What is the condition? The coach has to read the condition, see what is best. Okay? So you have to be able to learn to read the markets. And that's part of understanding the ABCs, but not the 1, 2, 3s, meaning, okay, hey, starting off, yes, I just need to understand, where do I enter this? Where do I enter this trade? If I'm trading this particular system, I don't enter until these 4 things line up, okay? And that's what you want to understand first. What are the exact rules? But again, you also got to understand and think outside the box, learning that system of, okay, I understand how this system works. I understand I enter when these things line up, but why? Why am I entering? What does this system do? Why is this system having me enter when these things line up? Well, let's say, for example, because it's a trending system, and because when all these things line up, that's going to set me up for a trending move of the market. I understand that. I understand those ABCs, or those 1, 2, 3s. But I also understand that it's a trending system, and so I need to learn to look at the market conditions and why I would use that system. okay? Not just learning the rules, but actually learning to trade and knowing when to stop for the day. Hey, I'm having a great day. I'm winning trade, another winning trade, another winning trade. I'm up, okay? It's time to stop, as opposed to just trading all day, all day, all day, and giving it all back, okay? You need a goal in mind to know when to stop for the day. When I'm up X%, I stop for the day. If I'm down 5%, I stop for the day. I equal it out. I have a goal, and I'm willing to take a loss. I don't want to take a loss, but I understand that losses happen in a trade. But hey, I'm on a very strict system, and I'm disciplined. If I think the market's going up, because my strategy or system tells me it's going up, I buy a binary for 70 bucks. I hope it goes up and expires at 100, so I make $30. But if I'm wrong and the market goes down, and I'm down $30, and it's at 40, then I'm going to exit. I'm going to get out of it. Okay, that way I'm risking 30 to make 30. Ooh, but okay, I was wrong. The market's going against me. I'm down 30 bucks. I need to close out that trade. Oh, but I don't want to. I really don't want to. I just can't. What if it comes back? I'm going to hold on to it a little bit longer because I really hate to lose that 30 bucks. I know I should follow the rules and close out of the trade now, be consistent, but I just don't want to, you know, I just can't handle taking a loss. So I'm going to hold on to this thing, hoping the market comes back. But then it doesn't, and it goes all the way down, and I lose the whole thing. I lost 70 bucks on that trade, or I should have only lost 30 if I'd followed the rules. But I just could not handle taking a loss, so I broke my rules. I held on to that binary trade longer, and I ended up losing a lot more. You can't talk about, oh, I have this great winning percentage that wins X% of the time, so as long as I risk 30 to make 30 or whatever it may be, keep a good risk reward ratio, then my numbers all work out. Well, as soon as you hold on to that one trade, and instead of losing 30, you lose 70, that really messed up your numbers, didn't it? Because you didn't stay consistent, follow the rules, and get out when you were supposed to get out. Okay? But what about the opposite? Not just, hey, I don't want to take a loss, but what about being greedy? I address this all the time. Being greedy meaning not taking profits. I see this happen all the time. People will say, all right, I bought a binary for 50 bucks because I thought the market was going up. The chart told me the market was going up. So I bought it for 50 bucks. The market went up. Now all of a sudden my binary is worth 94. Let me show you. Let's take a look at something on the platform here. Let's just say that I went over here to Forex binaries, euro dollar, and okay. So let's say that I bought a binary, 50 bucks, and it went up in my direction. Take a look at the strike at the price ladder here. See these different strikes? 1197, 1193, 1189, right? All right, so they're what? 4 ticks apart, right? Each strike is 4 ticks apart. And you can see how they're priced differently here. So if I bought a binary for around 50 bucks, as the market goes up and this binary gets more and more in the money, well, look what happens every 4 ticks, it gets more in the money. It's worth 65, 79, 88, 92. And then what happens when it goes up another 4 ticks? What could I sell it for? Still only 92. What if it went up 4 more ticks in the money? 94. What about another 4 tick? 94. We've talked about this in the past, and you can see this in the course. Once that binary gets so far up there up in the money, it doesn't quite move as fast, does it? It doesn't really go up in value a whole lot. If I bought a binary for 50 bucks, the market went up in my favor and I can get out of it for 92, why would I not want to just get out of it at 92 and take a $42 profit? Why do I want to hold it to go a whole nother 4 ticks just to get 94? Or then I want to hold it to expiration to get that full 100 instead of just 94. I want to hold it for another 30 minutes or an hour or whatever so I can get the full $100 out of there. I don't want to give up that $6 in profit. Is that really worth it? Is it really worth it to keep holding on to that binary to get another $2 or $4? If you had to hold this thing for another hour and 12 minutes because you wanted to get 6 more bucks out of it, what happens at the market? What happens if you did that? You bought for 50 bucks, it went up to 92. You could have exited right there for $42 of profit. But you want to hold it for another hour and 11 minutes to get a few more bucks. What can happen in an hour and 11 minutes in the market? A lot can happen in an hour and 11 minutes in a market, perhaps, right? And what can happen? It could totally come against you and come all the way back down and you lose it all. So or you had to tie up that money for another hour and a half and it kept you out of other trades you could have been doing. You could have been maybe doing other trades of buying at 50 and getting out at 92, or buying at 71 and getting out at 92. You could have done several of them, but you're sitting there stuck in this one trade because you're too greedy just to take your profits and get out. Okay, so keep that in mind. Don't be holding on to a loser so long hoping it comes back. Follow your stops and get out. Don't be holding on to winners that can turn into losers. Okay, so don't be unwilling to take a loss, and don't be greedy. And don't reward bad behavior. What do I mean by that? Hey, I have a strategy or system, and it tells me if the market goes against me, if I'm wrong and it comes down to a certain level, I need to get out. But earlier, I didn't follow that rule and get out. I held on to it. The market actually did come back. Like, I broke the rule and it actually worked. So because of that one time I remember that it worked, I'm going to just do that all the time now. And I'm not going to get out if the market's going against me. I'm just going to hold them. Well, that one time that it worked and you actually made a little money does not work out when the other 75% of the time it doesn't work for you. It messes up your numbers. It does not work. You cannot reward bad behavior. You cannot reward yourself when you break a rule and it works. And you can't allow for yourself to break a rule and it worked and then you make that your new rule. People say, oh yeah, I'm following all the system rules. I know the system. I know the rules. Well, but when this happens, I don't really do this. And well, I sometimes will do this and follow this rule, but not all the time. Then nothing's consistent. I can't help you if you're not consistently following a system. I can't tell you what to fix. I can't pinpoint where your real problem is if you're not actually following the system. You're making up your own system that you sometimes do and sometimes don't, and you never know. Okay? So let me just take a second here. We got a few questions coming in, guys. If I don't answer your question right away, I'm not ignoring you here. I'm just trying to keep us on track for our subject. And some of these will end up being answered in the next section, or I can try to stay on and answer them after. But let me just give me just a second. Let me take a quick minute to see if I need to answer any questions here before we move to the next part here. Yeah, Phyllis says, these charts for spreads are only binaries. I'm not sure which charts you're talking about there, Phyllis, but like, for example, if you're, under the site here on spreads, then those systems are talking about spreads, and the charts that we use, we get access through from here. Or if you're talking about binaries, these systems here are about binaries, and to get all the tools needed for them are with those charts there. Okay. Let's see here. Ashif, a lot of that stuff, ABCs and 1, 2, 3s is covered in those step-by-step courses as well. Not just the ABCs, but also looking at the market conditions and learning to read the markets. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, Ron, stay away. I would definitely stay away. Ron's asking a question about stuff, you see on the internet about some of these overseas brokers that, hey, throw money in here and we'll trade it for you. And we have this automated trading bot and this trading system. We'll do it all for you, but we're not going to give you any back testing. You can't look at what we're doing. We don't have any supporting data. We might have some great little testimonials of, oh, I made all this money, but give us your money. But we're not going to let you really see any data, what we do, or back test anything. Yeah, I don't care if that's overseas or US or your neighbor down the street or someone online. Man, if you've got a system that works, if you've got something that works good, show it to me. And show me your numbers. Show me your account. Or hey, maybe you don't want to show me your actual account, but show me your withdrawals. Okay, hey, maybe you don't want to open your live Nadex account and show me your live balance. That's your personal business. But show me some withdrawals. When you do a withdrawal with Nadex and you go and say, hey, I want to request to withdraw money and I want to withdraw $5,000. Nadex will send you an email saying, hey, we've got your request for $5,000. We're transferring it to your bank. Okay, fine. You don't have to show me your balance in your personal account, but show me some withdrawals you made. Because if you're making money, you should be withdrawing it. Or show me some time in sales from live trades, not just demo trades. If somebody can't do that, you don't want to go with it. Yeah, and Ron says, after I questioned them, they ran away and never called me back. Exactly. They're just looking for, you know what they're looking for? Those kind of people, Ron. Thanks, Ron. You actually kind of set me up here. You know why those type of people do well? Why those type of scam business, yep, suckers. They're looking for suckers. But you know why they do so well is because you know who they're, people send them money all the time. Oh, this get rich quick, we'll trade it for you. Give us $250 and we auto trade these binary options. Yes, no, expiring the money, win, win, win. And look, you make all this money. You know who sends those people money? Oh, fine, let's send this company $200, $300. I'm not going to ask them to educate me. I'm not going to ask them for back testing. I'm not going to ask them how they do it because I don't care. I don't want to learn. I don't want to take the time. I don't want to invest time. Those people are the people we're talking about right here. Remember the whole list of why a lot of people fail? Well, it's because they go for that because they would rather just have somebody do it for them instead of learn themselves. And that's actually what we're talking about right here. And what they're doing is taking the long path. The longest path to a destination is a shortcut. They're taking a shortcut. So wait a minute, you mean I don't have to go in and watch some videos? I don't have to invest some time in a course? I don't have to test and demo and learn a system? I can just throw a few $100 at some online company in some who knows where overseas foreign country and they'll supposedly trade it for me and make all this money for me. Oh yeah, I want to do that because I'm too lazy to do it myself. And you don't expect to ever get that money back. Okay? People spend years. It's like I said, if you want trading to be your livelihood, your future, your livelihood and future for yourself, your family, your kids, what's going to pay for your kids' college, what's going to help you quit your job, and that's what you want to depend on. I mean, I don't know how many people on this webinar. We've got 115 people on this webinar right now. I don't know how many of you have a college education or a college degree, okay? But for those of you that do, how many years did you spend in college? How many thousands of dollars, perhaps tens of thousands of dollars, did you spend on college? I mean, even if you didn't, even if you're not a doctor or lawyer, even if you didn't go to med school or, grad school or law school, even if you just went to, 2 years or 4 years of college, you spent hours and hours, years of your life, thousands of dollars on that education to get yourself educated, get that degree so that you could have the career you have now. That is your day-to-day career, your day-to-day job you go to every day and get a paycheck from to make your living. I mean, if doctors or lawyers can spend what, 8, 12 years, depending on, what they're doing. I mean, yeah, Ron says Georgetown University graduate degrees, too much money. Yeah, you might be talking like not just 5 figures, but 6 figures for some of these type of educations. Spending 4, 6, 8, 10 years of learning and educating for that career. Yeah, 40. Ron, you mind if I share that? $40,000 a year. Georgetown University graduate degrees. 40 grand a year for some of these specified fields. 40 grand a year for however many years. That adds up. But we do that. That is the livelihood. That is the world today. That is the world and country we live in, is high school and college and graduate degrees and student loans and tens of thousands of dollars of debt and years of education. 6 years, Ron did that. I mean, that's a ton of money, right? That's 6-figure student loan debts and bills and hours and years of his life educating yourself for that degree and that career path. Tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, and years. And you're going to give me trouble about watching a course to learn to trade because you just want to jump in and throw some live money at something and press a button. I mean, does that kind of get my point across here? I just can't tell you how many times I deal with this. You know, here at Apex Investing, we have over 16,000 members of our website here, of our community, and I deal with that all the time. Okay, and it's like, come on, when you look, and this is free. This education, just to learn this and watch it, is free. It doesn't cost anything to go through here and learn this and watch these things. It's free. It's not tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, student loans. It's free to learn it. The step-by-step systems of, hey, what do I do? When do I enter? It's free. Watch it. It's not 4 years, 6 years, 10 years of college education. It's, you just got to watch some courses and do it right. It's not that complicated, okay? Trading is not as easy as we'd like it to be, but trading is not near as complicated as most people make it. And it's kind of like I said in the beginning of this webinar, no matter how great of a strategy or system somebody has and a high win rate, most of the time, the hardest thing to learn in trading, our biggest obstacle to overcome in trading, is us. It is our psychology, our mentality, our discipline, our risk management, and us staying on course and having the patience to do it right, follow the systems, and implement them properly. Okay? So a trading career can reap the same income potential as some of these, you know, higher class, upper class career paths, whether it's, you know, doctors, lawyers. I mean, why would you not spend some time learning to trade? Why would you not invest in yourself? And when I say invest in yourself, I'm not even talking about investing money in yourself at this point. I'm talking about just investing time into free education that's there for you. You have all this free education, or I just showed you for step-by-step training courses. You have a free demo account with Nadex. You can practice it. Why not spend a few hours watching a course and learning the entries and exits and learning and practicing and playing in demo? Okay? And, you know, we've said before, you don't know what you don't know until someone tells you. And don't be afraid to ask questions. Jump into this free training. Check it out. If you have questions, let us know. You can ask us questions over on the Apex website. Nadex has a lot of free education as well right here. Trading questions forum or help desk. You can ask questions in the help desk. You can watch these step-by-step courses. You can get so much information. Okay? You can get so much information. Absolutely free. It doesn't cost you a dime. It's not going to cost you, you know, student loans. And it's like we talked about earlier, are you trading or gambling? Okay? How do you know the difference? How can you identify yourself, hey, am I a trader or am I a gambler? Well, Do you have a strategy or system? When you go in there and place an order for a binary and you're buying a binary or selling a binary, are you looking at a chart? Do you have indicators on that chart? Do you have a system that you look for with those indicators? Are you following a strategy or system that has, when these 1, 2, 3, 4 things happen, I enter. When these couple things happen, I exit. Are you following a plan, a consistent strategy or system, or are you just going off of gut and just randomly buying or selling? Or, hey, I'm just buying a binary because I like it. It's cheap. I like these little, buy one for $5, and if I win, I make $95. I love those odds, so I'm just randomly throwing it out there. Well, that's not going to work out for you. Run the numbers. It doesn't work when you only have a 5% chance of winning that trade, and you're not even using a chart to tell you that the market's going up or the market's going down. Okay? Listening to people that don't know. You just found some random cool video on YouTube, and it sounded real cool, and some guy made it sound real easy and get rich quick, and I'm just going to follow some guy there. I'm listening to, my neighbor down the street, or to, Uncle Bob, who says trading's no good, or you got to trade this way, but he's never traded a day in his life. Okay? Or are you finding people that know what they're doing, and you're following what they're doing, and it's free education to watch and learn yourself, and you're testing it demo first, not just throwing away live money. Okay? And don't trade too big after a winning streak. Hey, I've followed the system rules so far, I had a great day, I'm up, and I'm feeling it today. I'm just rocking it. I'm winning trade after trade. I'm a trading god. I'm going to go all in. I'm going to risk a lot on this next one because I know I got it. Doesn't that sound like a Vegas movie, or like your last trip to Vegas? Oh, I'm winning, I'm doing good, I'm doing good. Man, I'm going to double up on this next one. I feel it. I'm going to go all in on this next one, guys. I feel it. Woohoo. Things are good. Boom. You give it all back. Why do you think Vegas wins? Why do you think the house wins? Why do you think they give you free drinks or comp a room when you're up and winning and trying to get you to stay longer? Because they know you've won so much, you're going to, if they just get you to stay a little longer, you're going to give it all back, because you're going to start to bet more and more, bet higher and higher, start to lose and give it back. And then you're going to freak out because you're losing and you want to win that back, so you start risking even more and betting even more and doubling up more, so you can win back the losses you just lost. And then you're so messed up mentally where you're not trading to trade well. You're not following a chart. You're just trading to make up for losses, and you're throwing every trade out there, and you're not following a system. You're not following a strat, and then your account's gone. Right? It's exactly how it works in Vegas, right? Well, that's how you know whether you're trading or you're gambling. Do you have a system that you follow the rules, and you follow the system, and you get out when you're supposed to, and you stop when you are supposed to, and that's it. Treat it like a business, not a hobby, and not gambling. Okay? You're also looking at the time of the day. How do you choose the right strategy or system? Well, you have to look at the time of day you're available. Are you a full-time trader or a part-time trader? I mean, if you can only trade at night, do you want to be trading the U.S. indices that mainly move during the day? Probably not. If you're trading at night, you want to be looking at the Forex pairs that move at night. Do you prefer trending or scalping? What is your account size? What is your risk tolerance? What's your experience with the market? Okay? So you want to be looking at all those things, and you want to have more than one play in your playbook. And again, you have to have patience. You have to take time to learn. Trading is not about, a lot of people are like, ooh, what can I make in the next 12 minutes? What can I make in the next 12 hours? What can I make in the next 12 days? I got to make money. I got to make money. Trading is not about that. Trading is more like looking at the next 12 months. Where am I going to be in 12 months? Am I still going to be here in 12 months? Am I still going to be trading in 12 months? Or will I have blown my account because I'm more worried about the next 12 hours or 12 days? Trading is about surviving and long-term and slowly building up your account so you can trade larger sizes. Also, trading with risk capital. Okay? Are you trading with extra money? Are you trading with risk capital? Or are you trading with this month's rent money? And therefore you have to make money because you are desperate. You're trading out of need. Therefore you're very emotional about it. You're psychologically messed up about it. You're not going to be disciplined enough to follow the rules because you have to make money, and you're going to make bad decisions. You're not going to follow rules. Do not do that. You've got to trade with risk capital only. And like we said, socialize. Be in a trade room. Be in a forum. Talk to others. See what they're doing. Share your success and your failures. Ask for help. Talk about trade journals. Someone asked earlier, how do trade journals help? Well, trade journals help a lot as far as, okay, I just closed a trade. It was a winning trade. Great. Okay, what did I do right on that trade? I followed the rules. I looked and see if there's any big news about events that are coming out. That was great. Okay, I lost a trade. Well, did the market just turn around? And hey, that's how it works. Or, oh, okay, I didn't quite follow the rules. Okay, I followed these 4 rules, but I missed this rule. Or hey, that one lost because the market turned around out of nowhere and shot against me because there was this news event coming out and I didn't look up to see new. What did I do right? What did I do wrong? What can I do better next time? How can I always be aware of what I'm doing and always be aware and be conscious of what I can do better and how I can grow? Okay. And should I have jumped in more and checked out right here, free tools, for example, news trading plan. Okay, this is a list of a lot of upcoming news events that you need to be aware of that might affect the market, might have the market moving. I just started trading today and didn't check to see if there's any big news coming out I need to know about. All right, or hey, I can hop in this forum area and let me ask some questions about this system that I'm trading. All right, this general forum area here. You can do this and why you should. A lot of great stories every day from, even earlier today, yesterday, over the weekend, of people trading different systems. And hey, 60 ticks in 15 minutes on NQ, and today I got 35 ticks on this, and 30 ticks on this, and I'm up 40 ticks on trading this system or that system. And hey, let me talk to some of these other traders that are trading this system. Let me look at their charts, seeing what they're doing, seeing what I'm not doing right, what I could do better, being involved and socializing. Okay. So guys, once again, I just want to bring you back to, like I said, tonight wasn't about in-depth binary or spreads themselves or in-depth strategies or systems. It's about taking a step back and looking at ourselves, keeping ourselves on track. And like I said, hardest part of trading is a lot of time us being impatient, inconsistent, not taking the time to learn or just go through and simply following a step-by-step course to learn what is a spread, what is a binary, what are some ways to trade it, and just have a path to follow there. Okay. Let me look at some questions here. Starting 18, helping myself here. Fernando, that's awesome. That is great. That is great, man. And start there. Start right there where I showed you. Take advantage of that free education there. Let's see here. Sharon, if you have a free username and password there, you should be able to, once you get to binary options, just right there, it should pop up for you. Okay. Did you just right now sign up for that username and password? It might take you a few minutes to get access to that. Otherwise, refresh your page and it should work. If it doesn't, just submit a help desk ticket right here under help desk ticket, and they can look into that for you. But yeah, just refresh your page and go back to that. It should pull that right up there for you. Okay, well, yeah, you have to have a free user. You have to have a username and password. Okay, so when you go to apexinvesting.com, just go to join free now. You can select a username and password for free. And then once you log into the Apex site with that free username and password, all that will pop up there for you. Okay. Let's see here. Bruce, definitely a computer. Yeah, you need a computer to access all those charts. Jerome, what systems for reports opening range would you reports opening range? Are you talking about news trades, Jerome? I'm not sure what you mean by reports opening range. Maybe if you can clarify that question, I can give you a little bit better info there. I'm just not quite sure what you're asking on that one. Jerome, for news, a lot of times one of the, if you go here,